Welcome to another Cardano update. Like always, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to our daily Discord updates. Yesterday we posted a couple of them while the market was going down, and yeah, there's nothing to see right now. And my question to you is, why are you here? Because I told you multiple weeks ago that we will just go sideways for a couple of weeks, and that turned out to be true. So there's still nothing to see here, and in my opinion you should not really watch this video. Now, of course, I am going to talk about what's happening, but honestly, there's not much happening, and I'm not expecting a lot to happen in the next 2 weeks or so. And I think you should just take a break until March 19th, because that's when the next Fed meeting is, and that's gonna be very important because that's going to decide if we, go into QE or if we stay in QT, and that's gonna play a big role this year. So yeah, until then, there's not much that will happen, and honestly, even if we get some kind of drop, it's not going to matter in the long term because I think the altcoins and Bitcoin and Ethereum will react to the support zone, so there's nothing to see here, but I'm still gonna talk about it. Like I said, check out the memberships. They cost like $5 and you get access to all of these charts and you get access to a bunch of other stuff as well. And yeah, for $5 you get access to a lot of stuff, so check them out. And Cardano is still going down. It invalidated this 1-2 setup here, meaning that the fourth wave move down is now on ABC, and I don't know if the low is already in. I mean, we already got below the 0.618 support level and it's not looking good. We are also below the bull market support band, and yeah, there's not much to say other than the fact that we might test the trend line right here. However, like I said on the Discord server, there is a chance that Cardano actually bounces at the 200-day moving average, which is the blue line on the chart, and we did this multiple times in the past. We did it here and we did it here, so maybe this is what we're doing, but keep in mind the fourth wave move down is already kind of deep and we are almost at the 0.786 support level, which is the last support level on the chart, and if we get below this level, which is at 67.6 cents, we will most likely drop to the trend line, and if we get below the trend line, we will invalidate the 1-2 setup. Of course, the invalidation for this is at this low right here, which is at like 58 cents, but yeah, it's not going to be great if we drop below this because that will most likely put us at a new low in the second wave move down or some kind of double bottom. I've been talking about this scenario for a couple of weeks now. I think you should already know what's going on, and if you don't, maybe you should watch my videos, when the market is going sideways, because that's the most important period, not right now. Also, I want to show you something that happened a couple of days ago. Well, not a couple of days ago, actually yesterday. I keep receiving these comments right here, and let's read them. I mean, this one says, "We are in a bear market this time around with everything going on with the president. No more hopium and false pretenses, wake up," and "ridiculous, ADA's down 40%. And I think these comments are actually a bottom indicator, and I think this shows us that it's a good time to buy, because the last time I was getting these comments was like 7 months ago, and I have a screenshot of this. And yeah, I mean, as you can see, when Cardano was at like 33 cents, people were saying something like, "Shilling a dead coin, GG. It has no utility, and Cardano, Bitcoin and the others will go to zero." And yeah, these comments were posted when Cardano was at 33 cents and when it was down here and when it was looking like it's not going to go up anytime soon. But I was telling you that the cross on the bull market support band right here will make us go up at some point, and it did happen. And what do you know, these comments disappeared after this move happened, and right now they are back because we are down, even though I predicted this ABC structure multiple months ago, and I even had this on the chart. I don't have the screenshot right now. I'm gonna have to zoom in a lot. Actually, I'm gonna have to scroll up a lot to find it, but I talked about this in my previous videos. I mean, this 1-2 setup was always expected, and the support zone right here has been on the chart for like 3 months now, so this should not really surprise you. Now, of course, the correction was way deeper than we thought it would be, but that's not a bad thing. As you can see, we reacted to the 0.618 support level, so Cardano is just doing fine. It's just waiting for something to happen, and it's waiting for Bitcoin to wake up. I'm gonna talk about Bitcoin as well, and yeah, other than the fact that Cardano is going down, there's not much to talk about. We need to get above the bull market support band. However, you have to keep in mind that this is still bullish even though we are below the bull market support band. After we had a cross on the bull market support band, we actually got above it, and this has not really happened in this cycle, at least not so far. This was the first time that it happened. And why is this bullish? Well, because at some some point, because the price went up here, the cross on the bull market support band will happen way sooner, and when it happens, we will get something like we did over here. Of course, after that we could go sideways for a while, but then I think the price will do something like this, and it happened here and it happened here as well. So I mean, every single time we had a cross, we went up after that, so we just have to wait for a cross. And like I said, until March 19th, there's not much to see. Now, if you look at the 4-hour RSI, it's almost oversold, and the last time we were oversold, we were down here at like 57 cents. So if we get another low and we get to like the 0.786 support level, we could use this as a support. And like I said, this is the support zone, the last support zone. We could get to the oversold territory and maybe then we bounce, and I mean, that would make sense, and that would mean that we are still in an uptrend. And I mean, like I said, the touching trend line is very possible, and that would put us at the oversold territory. So maybe this is what we are doing. I don't know, but it's a possibility. And yeah, I mean, if you zoom out on the Cardano chart, it's still looking fine. I mean, I don't know why people are complaining. Like I said, from a 4-year cycle point of view, I mean, 4 years ago we were up here already. However, in this cycle, Cardano has not gone up on its own. It has not gone up without Bitcoin dominance going down, but that's not bearish. We are still waiting for Bitcoin dominance to drop. It's at 61%, and I think it will start dropping by the end of March. And hopefully we start QE, because if we don't, it's not going to look too good for the crypto market. But you have to keep in mind, in the 2017 cycle, the altcoin season started without any QE. We were still in QT the whole time here. So things are still looking fine, and in my opinion, this will start breaking down this month, or let's say by the beginning of next month. And if it doesn't, I'm gonna turn bearish, but until then, things are still okay. Now, like I said, Cardano still needs to get a third wave of the third wave, and we have a 1-2 setup already ready, which means that right now we should just wait for the third wave to start. And I know this is gonna take a couple of weeks, and like I said, there's nothing to see here, and I'm trying to make this video as boring as possible so you don't watch it, because there's nothing that you need to know that you haven't already heard already. So I'm not going to give you any hopium, I'm not going to give you anything to talk about, because there is nothing to talk about. Now, I mean, there is Ethereum, which could get another low, and like I said, we could get to $1,800 right here, maybe even to like the 0.786 support level. That's at $1,400, and I think this drop will happen by March 19th, and if it does happen, it will make sense, because we actually need a reason to start QE. We cannot start QE if the market is up, and right now everything is going down. The Nasdaq, the S&P, the stocks, everything, and even crypto. And if we get a bigger drop until March 19th, maybe the Fed will think that maybe this is a good idea to actually start QE. And I mean, it's a good possibility, and if it does happen, Ethereum will most likely bottom after that. And I mean, even ADA Bitcoin looks to be getting another low. Like I said, the 1-2 setup that we have right here, it's the exact same as this right here. Here we had a fake out, just like this fake out right now, and then we had another low, and I think the same thing could happen again. Obviously, it does not have to play out in the exact same way, but it looks like it will, and I've been talking about this correction on the ADA Bitcoin chart for quite some time now, so it's possible that we drop these levels at like 500 satoshis before we continue with the third wave. So it's still fine, but I'm expecting a much bigger drop in the market, because I'm expecting Bitcoin to also get a drop. As you can see, Bitcoin, I mean, if you zoom in on the 4-hour chart, Bitcoin is currently below the 200-day moving average. I don't know where it went. It's just gone now. Okay, it's back. So the blue line is the 200-day moving average, and we are currently below it. And this is not really bullish, because the last time we got below it was, you know, down here. Then we went back above it, and then we just went to another low. And I think the exact same thing will happen again. And this is not really bearish, because we're still in a fourth wave move down of the main third wave, and this could get to the 50% extension right here, maybe even the 0.618 support level. And I mean, I had this support zone right here on the chart. This has been on the chart for like 5 months now. I don't know why people are surprised. I have always talked about this, so this should not really be any news to you. This ABC structure was always a possibility, and yeah, it happened. I mean, I don't know if the low is in, but we could get another low, which could put us at $75,000. When this low happens, I think a lot of people will get scared, they will sell, and that could put us at the 0.618 support level, and then we bounce and we get to all-time highs, and things are gonna be fine after that. But until that happens, I mean, we are expecting another drop in the market, and if it does happen, and when it happens, people are going to get scared. The fear and greed index will get to like 5, maybe even like 1, and yeah, I mean, right now people are scared, but there's no reason to worry, at least not so far, because Bitcoin is still in an uptrend, and you have to keep in mind, in this cycle, Bitcoin got above the previous all-time highs way sooner than it did in the previous couple of cycles, so maybe that's why we are going down right now, and maybe 2025 will still be a good year no matter what happens right now. No matter if we drop to like $69,000, we should still get a bounce after that. And I know people are calling me crazy for calling for Bitcoin to get to like $255,000 by the end of the year, but I think it's possible, and I think it will happen. Now, of course, I could turn out to be wrong, and if I turn out to be wrong, that's okay. I'm just giving you my predictions. I'm not giving you, something that will happen. I'm just saying what could happen. So yeah, you have something to think about right now. And Cardano, like I said, it's still looking good. It's still in an uptrend, but even if we break out of this, it's still going to be okay. We could get a double bottom, and I've been talking about this scenario for so many weeks now. It's so boring, I know. Also, I need to talk about the daily chart for a second. I mean, if you look at the daily RSI, we are currently below the moving average, and we could get rejected right here. As you can see, we are trying to get back above it, and if we do get rejected, this could lead to a much bigger drop. So yeah, that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts, and if you want access to our daily Discord updates. And we have a bunch of daily Discord updates for only like €5, well actually $5. So yeah, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.